In this video I'm going to show you the difference between margin and padding and what they actually are. So this is where we left off in my here, and I want to just create spaces between these, and I'm starting with the first one. So just after your width, or however you structure it, we're going to create a margin, and we're going to use, if we look at our here, we need to have a margin at the bottom of this, so because that's where the green one is. So we're going to type margin dash bottom, and it helps us complete it. And then we're going to assign a value, just like we have up here with 50 pixels, 10 pixels, or percentage, or whatever. I'm just going to give it 10 pixels in this case. So only for this right now, click Save, go to your browser, and hit refresh. Now this screen should move down. So now you can see we have spaces between. And we can continue doing this with all of those. So copy paste this for each of the 4 blocks. Right, save, go to your browser, refresh. So now you can see everyone has an actual space between them. I'm quickly going to write some text on each one of those, so I can show you what this actually is. So box 1, box 2, I'm just going to copy this, box 3, box 4. Save, go to my browser again, and now you can see this is box 1, box 2, box 3. It's really pretty. What I want to show you now is the padding, what that actually does. So I'm going up here, typing padding, and just like so. We can also use padding top, left, right, bottom if we want to. Right now I just want padding on all sides, so we just do this. And let's try. So we're going to give this 20 pixels, so it's really easy to spot. 20 pixels, save, go to browser. So now this box will actually become bigger than the other because we added padding for each side. I'm just going to show, this is called inspect in the English. So if I hover this, you can see there's an orange. If I move up here, you can see it when I move the mouse. So up here this will turn some bright orange, and in here we have 2 different colors. We have I don't know what I call the center color, but the other is some kind of brownish. These colors indicates padding and margin. So the one that goes all the way over the screen is the margin, and it says, you can see there's just between this space there's about 10. And if I go to my inspect tool, scroll all the way in the button, and again this is in Chrome, I'm not sure it's the same in Firefox. I can actually just go over here, and if I hover the part that says margin, I can see it says 10 at the bottom. This is what I indicated in my CSS 10. If I said 20, it would say 20 here. Next part, if I created a border like a black line around it, it would indicate the size of this. It says 20, 20, 20. This is the indication of how much padding I needed. So I can move text, like if you compare the two, away from the actual edge of the box we created. So we use padding to push text images from the edge of the box we created, and we use margin to push boxes from each other, so to create space from them. I just used padding here. I could also do padding only from left. Click Save, and now this box up here would go all the way back up here and only have this space between it here. So now you can see it only moves padding up here. Go away, Creative Cloud. So now we only have the padding here, and we can do this for each one. If we only wanted to have 2 padding, for example, we wanted to also have it from top, 20 pixels, save, and we could add back at the other one almost. So it's just 2 different ways of writing it. Really, it's up to you if you feel like, what you feel like. How it works, this compared to the other, is it has 4 numbers. So 4 sides, like we have here. In this, I only indicated I wanted to change something with margin bottom and leave the others others as a default. Here I'm stating when I write just padding, if I actually have 4 numbers. So the first would be the top part, so up here. Second would be right because it goes clockwise. Third is the bottom. Fourth is left. So I can actually indicate or create 4 different. So I want 10 pixels, oops, that's 100. 10 pixels for the top, I want 30 for right, I want 30, let's go 20 pixels for the bottom, and I want 40 pixels for the left part. Now this is going to change the actual structure and size of this as well. So now you can see I pushed it in 40, 10 from top, I have a padding here, and let's go back down here. So now you can see all these 10, 30, 20, 40. So this is just if you don't want to write padding top, padding left, padding right, you can just put it into one, which is, you will see this quite a lot. And if I just leave one in here, it's going to give 10 for each of the sides. Now it's a bit confusing, but it's really that easy if you just think about it. So in this case it would be 10 for each, and we could also, instead of having 4, we could also have 2. So the two sides would be put together, and top and bottom would be put together. So if I had this, it would actually mean that I put 10 on the top, then I would put 20 on the right, then it goes back to this, 10 at the bottom and 20 at the left. So let's click save and see what this actually does. So 10 at top, 10 at bottom, 20 at right, and 20 at right. And let's go back over here, scroll down. So you can now see it says 10, 20, 10, 20. So when you start creating it like this, you're just telling the system to go over 10, 20, 10, 20. So those are the different ways people are writing CSS if you see it online. That's the reason why sometimes you see this, or sometimes you see this, or sometimes you see 4 numbers, or sometimes you see they actually just indicate like it's so margin slash bottom or right or left or top. Okay.